close your eyes for 1 second and envision something that makes you happy. Envision something that's going to make you happy in the future. Envision something that will just make your life whole. For a lot of people, including me, it would be getting married and starting my own family, having my own children. A little less than 4 million babies are born in America each year, and around 130 million babies are born in the world every year. A lot of people want to be a parent. They want to raise their children the way they were raised, or maybe change a few things. But some people aren't ready to be parents. They aren't ready to take on that challenge in life. And while it is a challenge, sometimes it can be a good one, and sometimes it can be hard for certain people. Some people do not choose to go through with having their child that they have become pregnant with, and they choose abortion. I have never gone through an abortion. I have never had a child. I don't know anyone particularly close to me that's had an abortion, but I've heard testimonies from others, and I've seen it affect my beliefs throughout the years. I personally do not believe in abortions because it's killing an innocent child. It could be harmful to any mother. It goes against my Christian beliefs. And there's other ways that the parents can seek help if they aren't ready to become parents. They can use adoption. But what really is abortion? We hear about it on the news. We hear about it in social settings. But what is it? It's the killing of an innocent child. Whenever someone has become pregnant, they either use an injection or a surgery to get that fetal removed out of their body. According to MDHHS, around 862,000 kids are aborted each year. This number is a big number, but it's not just in the whole world, it's in just the United States of America. Over 800,000 lives are being taken away from our precious country each year. Now, while the numbers have dropped over the past couple years, it's still a significant number. In 2014, there was over 1 million babies aborted that year in America alone. Some states are okay with this, and some states are not. There's different guidelines for each individual state. Some states say once a heartbeat is detectable, that you can no longer have an abortion because life has been given. Life is now sustainable and we cannot abort the baby. Some states say it's okay to abort the baby until the day of your due date. Some states have different guidelines on to what month it's okay at. Some will say up to 3 months, some will say up to 6 months. But sometimes this isn't just bad for the children. Of course, the babies are being killed during this procedure, but sometimes it can leave life-threatening injuries to the mother, or it could even kill the mother if the surgery or the injection goes wrong. This personally goes against my beliefs because in Jeremiah 1:4-5, the Lord said, "Before I formed you, I knew you in the womb. I chose you before you were born, and I set you apart. I appointed you to be a prophet of all the nations." I'm sure this speaks volume to anyone, whether you're a Christian or not. The Lord, the creator of the universe, in my view, knew me before my parents did. If my mom had chose to kill me or abort me whenever I was in her womb, she would be saying it's okay to kill God's child. It's okay to kill God's handiwork, which is referenced in Ephesians 2:10. We are his masterpiece. We're his handiwork. We shouldn't try to disturb this and change God's plans. He has a plan for each and every one of us. But I know some people just don't want to be parents. It's a hard thing to grow up sometimes, but there's other ways you can seek help. You don't have to go to the abortion clinic. You don't have to give up your child the way that you think that's the only way. You can do adoption. There's 3 different kinds of adoptions, and one of them is domestic adoption. Domestic adoption is whenever you adopt a child and that family that the child came from was born in America. So that means you are living in the same country as that adoption, the adoption that you go through with, you're living in the same country with that family. There's international adoption where you can adopt across the seas. You can adopt from Australia, Mexico, Egypt, anywhere you would like. And then there's foster care adoption, where the parents have put their child in foster care and then you adopt from the foster care. There's also open and closed adoption, where open you can choose to see your children and the new adoption parents go along with these guidelines. So if you would like to see your child one day, they can do that. Or if you want to send them something on holidays, you can do that. And then there's closed adoptions where you no longer want to see your child. You no longer want to have that bond. And some people do go that route because they aren't ready to be parents. And sometimes seeing your kid grow up in another household can be even more difficult. If you are pregnant and you just can't do this, you're not alone. There's 800,000 are aborted each year. You're not the only person who's thinking, I can't do this. There's ways to seek help. There's ways for your little child to have a precious family and grow up and have their own family possibly. It could cause harm to you and anyone else.